Hello and welcome to Crystal Clear Maths Solutions. So we are going to solve this problem, which is given by x cubed plus y cubed plus 3xy squared is equal to 8. Then find dy dx. In other words, differentiate this function. Solution. So here you realize the function that we are given here is the function that is expressed in terms of y is equal to f of x y, okay, as opposed to an expression whereby you're given y is equal to f of x. So this we call it implicit function, and of course this is explicit function. So in this case we are dealing with this implicit function, and so what we have to do is we differentiate this function implicitly. Okay, so how do we go about that? So we will start by differentiating with respect to x on both sides of the equation, and therefore we will have d dx of, we have x cubed plus y cubed plus 3xy squared, okay, is equal to d dx of 8. So we differentiate that. So this, by removing the brackets, we will have d dx of x cubed plus d dx of y cubed, then plus d dx of 3xy squared is equal to d dx of 8, and then we differentiate. Okay, so when it comes to differentiating the first term, we've got no problem because we are differentiating x cubed with respect to x, and therefore this is going to be equal to, we are going to use power rule, whereby we drop 3 down here and then we subtract 1 from the power, so we will have 3x squared, that is using power rule of differentiation, then plus. Now where we need to be careful is whereby we are differentiating with respect to x, but the term we are differentiating is y, or has got the y variable. So remember that y is a function of x. So how do we go about it? Write this as d dx of, instead of writing y, we write f of x, then like that, cubed, that's what we are differentiating there, plus d dx, let me use the square bracket here, so we are differentiating 3x, instead of y squared we will have f of x, okay, like that, then squared. That is what we are differentiating over there, is equal to d dx of 8. Okay, so we go ahead and differentiate. So here we still have our 3x squared plus, so differentiate this. How do we differentiate this? We differentiate this using chain rule. Okay, chain rule is whereby you differentiate a composite function, that is a function inside another function. And therefore, how do you differentiate that? First of all, you differentiate the outside function. So we will have 3 f of x squared, that is differentiating the outside function, then multiplied by the derivative of the inside function, which will be f prime of x. Okay, that is it, plus, now here we have d dx of 3x f of x squared. So here, because we have this x term and this other x term, it means that we are going to use the product rule because it's a product of two functions. So first of all, we can take 3 outside because it's a constant. Okay, and then we differentiate this. We hold x, we differentiate this function. So still we are differentiating this function with respect to x, and we are going to use chain rule. So it's going to be equal to, so multiplied by 2, this is f of x, of course it's power 1, which you can just leave as that. So then multiplied by the derivative of the inside function, which is equal to f prime of x. Okay, then plus, remember product rule. Now we differentiate the x, we hold this one constant. So when you differentiate x, you will get 1, then multiplied by this, we are holding it constant, so it is f of x squared. Okay, this is equal to d dx of 8. When you differentiate any constant, you will get 0. Okay, so we proceed. So here we have 3x squared plus f of x is the same as y. So here we can have this to be y, then this will be y prime, we write it as y prime, so this is going to give us 3y squared y prime. Okay, plus here this is 3 times 2, which is 6x, then f of x is y, so it is going to be xy. Then we have f prime of x can be written as y prime. Okay, then plus 3 times 1, this is going to be equal to 3. Then we have f of x squared is going to be equal to y squared, which is equal to 0. Good. So at this point, you need to realize that our interest is to find y prime. Okay, that's our interest because we are looking for dy dx, which is the same as y prime. So what do? We put the terms with y prime on one side and we take the terms without the y prime on the other side. So we will have 3y squared y prime plus 6xy y prime is equal to, so take this term and this term on the other side, so it's going to be minus 3y squared minus 3x squared. We factor out y prime, so we will have y prime into, here you have 3y squared plus 6xy is equal to minus 3y squared minus 3x squared. So we divide all through by this term, so we will have y prime, which is the same as dy over dx, is going to be given by minus 3y squared minus 3x squared all over 3y squared plus 6xy. this is the same as, we can just simplify this a little bit. So here 3 is common, we can put minus 3 outside, we factor out minus 3, we have y squared plus x squared all over. Here still we can factor out 3. Okay, we may also have someone may ask, why can't we factor also y? So you will realize that this function we are dealing with is an implicit function. Okay, so it's okay to have x and y as one term, so there is no need of factoring out y, and therefore we can just factor out 3 and have y squared plus 2xy. Okay, these 3 will cancel with these 3, and so our final answer is going to be given by minus y squared plus x squared all over y squared plus 2xy. That becomes our final answer. So thank you, until next time.